Hello everyone, it's Adam here. After many years, Doubletake mirror, these things here, have finally been upgraded. I'm thinking like 7 years ago I bought this set, and it was initially a pretty basic concept in that they wanted to make the most indestructible mirror ever, and they succeeded. So the mirror is in this injection molded piece here. It's really strong. Also make it compatible with off-road riding. And then everything else was just off-the-shelf parts. So they made the ball here ram-sized. They give you a 4 or 6 inch arm. And then they just made some a little fitting here to screw into your OEM mirror housing. I have the same thing on my Husky 701 with that's in the shop right now. So yeah, after like 7 or 8 or more years, they finally upgraded these. I bought these full price, and actually, funny enough, I ordered replacement mirrors because these started to get a little, as you can see how nice those look compared to those, just kind of dingy and scratched up. And so I'm like, oh, okay, let's just spend $30 on new mirrors. And then like 3 days later, so these arrived. 3 days later, there was an announcement that Doubletake has changed their design. So let's get these installed, and then I'll show you the difference. And if I hit any snags with the install, I'll let you know. But this is basically just screwing in to here and then replacing the arm and replacing the mirror. So not too hard. So here's the base mounted on. My setup's a little different than yours maybe, but basically you're just gonna take one of these 4 bolts, you're gonna push it through here, then you're gonna use their locking washer on the bottom, and you're just going to install it there. I already had these arms installed, the Doubletake mirror arms. So I'm just unhooking this piece here and replacing it with this piece. It's a lighter aluminum, and the way this is hooked in, as opposed to screwing directly, well, I'll show you. Instead of the ball screwing into this piece here, which has a lot of vibration, they're basically upgrading you by having this bolt go through the top of the ball, which presumably is going to dampen vibration a little bit. We'll see. The rest of that vibration dampening is coming from the arm, which I'll show in the next step. You'll also notice that the old ball and the new ball are a different size. It's slight, but they are different size. And this is a more, well, this could be just wound down from abuse, but this is also a grippier texture as well. Let's look at the new versus the old arm. Here's the old arm, which is just standard, like a 5 or 6 inch ram arm, spring loaded on one side, exact same diameter on both sides. The new one's different because they've done is they've given you a smaller ball on the handlebar size, this size, and a larger ball for the mirror size. So they are one way. It's a Doubletake product, or at least it's branded Doubletake. No spring in there either. And this is aluminum, just like the other ones are. Thinner, lighter, much smaller crank you'll have to manipulate. Here's the old crank right here. So maybe easier for gloves. Let's get it installed and we'll see how it looks on the bike. All right, you all know I don't like lose my shit very often, but this is a really substantial upgrade. I am blown away at this. Like, you can just see it in my eyes. I'm so excited. So, okay, I mean, okay, well, big deal. It's bigger on one side, smaller on the other. Wow, first of all, getting this thing completely tight, like completely tight, is so easy. It's so easy to turn. It doesn't actually, so on the ram mount, because of the spring, it progressively gets harder to turn as you get tighter and tighter, to the point where actually, like, honestly, before like a trip, I'll sometimes grab some pliers to tighten this thing down. Second of all, despite it being all the way tightened down with pliers on the old grip, you can move this around willy-nilly. It doesn't move. It stopped. Look at my hands, they're huge. It doesn't move. You actually have to, with gloves, very easy, and because it's not, like, to remove these, I had to grab pliers because I couldn't unscrew them. That's how tight I had it, yet it was still moving. And that was after upgrading the balls to, you know, normal 1 inch balls off Amazon. And so I grabbed this, turn a couple of them, it's easy. It's not hard, right? And then you have a little bit movement, up, down, left, right. So this is much easier to articulate. And now, obviously, that's kind of challenging, but just turn it 2 more times, right? 3 times, do it 3 times. Now you can move this around quite easily because this is the smaller ball. It's getting looser before that one is. So you can adjust that fine. So you can go up, down, left, right, whatever. But then this one is so easy to move now. And then when you get to where you want it, again, just turn it, and it does not get any harder to turn even until you hit bottom out. When you hit bottom, I mean, like, I'm not turning it any harder. I've bottomed out, and now I can't freaking move it. Wow. So they're thinner, they're lighter, they're easier to use. They're supposed to be less vibration. We're going to see when we get out there based on the way the base is constructed. And it is stronger. This is a monumental upgrade. If your mirrors are in good shape, this is like $60 for the new bolt, the new base, and the new arm. $60, I think, is all you have to pay to upgrade. I think it was less than that. Anyway, it was cheap. I think it's still $135 for the whole kit because of the mirrors. But yeah, $60. So if you have double takes now, upgrade them to this immediately. This is so cool. And if you don't have double takes, I love them. I like it. So notice how I have wide shoulders, so I have this extender. So my mirrors always go out past these bars. They're never broken, but all you have to do is just turn this a couple of times, and then you can just fold this in like that for when you're riding off-road. But it's also, they're honestly like 3 times easier to adjust than the OEM mirrors. This new setup makes it even easier. I love them. As long as they aren't more vibraty than the ones that I had already, wow, I am blown away. So easy install, not much to say here, but Doubletake mirror. I paid full price for these. I'm just excited. Go buy them.